meni alon ko be dending mba data men wala mo draft constitution wala karola me yanko 2024 draft constitution kabina nata ta nyala jile mba en jeej law ko kono anim fanan mba en jeej la kudo la meni yanko wala kala ila party la flag be yara quality anim fanan ka mun kusi fale le jinin kaje juma let sa apply no anim mun kula be dending o karol mu mela be kacala ko fana honorable ka ko bismillah across the table on LSTV1 for the first time.
Thank you very much, Kemo, and I thank your audience, LSTV1, and your management for this opportunity, and I'm glad to be here.
Okay, barka waka honorable. Lafram kacha adamu tamena wala mu 2024 draft constitutional court. Me alanko another no assembly, but then before the kana constitution don't nada me anko it went on a nationwide fenko consultation kita ko wala botana daga reject but men kete nyala wala 2024 draft constitution de kabria fenan manna tambino national assembly the stage ni na me anko mo jama be kame yetandi wala ko anyanda tambila la ta stage doto itala jero to amumi nyimbe akete nyala la ko ni nada nyaadi anim mo ne denta ko la fo atara felta.
Well, draft constitution or the revised draft 2024 through National Assembly reject Ngamira is a very old news now. It's been in a domain for all this while, and so Gambia dingo ding ikumpata ile bankola tanyala ikumpata ile bankola politikola sa obenya ta lonal why Minayatina revised 2024 draft National Assembly ya fay ima sabatindi kakanyum banko la luat because ni ajibe luanying gambeno me ifanja kono amanka luat me yalonko gambeno le sulatala amanka luat me yalonko ye gambeno le nyinen Jani ba samban gamben lu sondal wa men wal mu 2020 draft ye men sama national assembly me alon ko wato falang o manta bari baro nyin do men sama baro government en do men sama o manke constitution me alon ko gambenol sulatala e manke constitution me alon ko gambenol lafitala e manke constitution me alon ko anata gambenol la hajo jara. So on that basis, Gambian Jamaya Jako in constitutional nyanta file a constitutional manyan approve and National Assembly member majorities for Nata Jako Gambian or Sulata Menna, Gambian Lancarto Faintole, also Sulata Menna, and be all clear pro constitutional reject, and that's what we have done.
Okay, Abarka honorable Nimbodo saying a Gibero ke alla flag bearer issued me anko ali application or yellow sign then. Abatare jile for by 10th November, I stand to be corrected there. More being in the car ne Jumala Bekala UDP la flag bearer. Janin kata dum kata kono bake. Flag bearer in the Fenko. Moon criteria lebeje Jumala sa apply no. And I'm called Skino UDP la flag bearer 2026.
Well, UDP mu party that me alonko banko bela party. UDP party me alonko banko dingo bela dabeje. Wala na ina European code ni ko mol yeda bon na koto men mantara na parti ko nga fo ko oda kenola Gambiano be dabe UDP mais bu ngana Gambiano be dabe UDP bu ko lafta Gambia be marla andu lafta Gambia be la carte wala ka win oto amanko nimmo be mantare la parti to amanko registered member o amanko card holder ti o manyana femfolete la parti tanyato. That's why you register your party in the country. If you don't want citizens to take part in your political process or in your party democracy, then why do you register as a party in that country? Do you understand? So, mobile what whether it is a good opinion or bad opinion, it's left to us to act on it. It's not there. They are not going to force us to act on anything. If anything they propose, anything they want, it's the UDP members that are going to act on it. So ni itebe party banta ika kufo party bari mantro party ko ite même fala mantro party ko you are denying yourself an opportunity to be part of the decision making process of that party. So that's what abuka kente bol kase fonte fa même mantro party ko ka fonya kete I don't think because ni te mari fala lafta what you want me to do you come and join me to do it. But that does not mean that I'm not going to listen to you. We're going to listen to them because UDP registered a Gambia like a Gambia Mara or a Gambia Dingo Ding is a feng fono UDP Tanyato. Then it nyama in the Kenya because at the end of the day, so we cannot deny you to have your say or your take on our party. Now the criteria are there. Number one criteria, the constitutional qualification center in such a way that it is in tandem with the constitution because we don't want to choose anybody. Okay. Constitutionally reject. Do you understand? So I think most of the qualification or this criteria set in the application process is in tandem with the constitution of this country because UDP and the law and sort. But UDP dinga beka tama luamen na banko beka lu tamba luamen or the constitution of the Gambia, and the criteria is set in such a way that it does not violate the constitution of the Gambia. It does not also violate the constitution of UDP. In fact, in the violation from the UDP constitution cannot violate the constitution of the country. International criteria, so that criteria and that qualification must be in tandem with the constitution. UDP cannot set our own criteria that is outside the constitution of the Gambia, because if you go to the IEC for the nomination, if you go to the IEC for filing our nomination processes, IEC will test it against the constitution of the Gambia. So the qualifications are good, or the criteria are good, and I'm so, as you said, application of open tel sign, UDP dingo. Say member UDP dingo and member UDP dingo. This is the difference now. Wala na jandi be kufala patiema join party nyenkan. Yara sign deng flag biara is open UDP ding asa apply no. By the time UDP dingote. But you feel ko UDP nyata tamal tena. For my you deny yourself that opportunity now to apply. So every UDP member from Koine to Kartong can apply this flag bearership, and also even those with dual citizenship, many of them bank didn't float, they are not denied. What they said is to denounce. You don't understand? It's to denounce your other citizenship. You understand? So that you can qualify to take. Even those people are not disqualified. They are just given a condition to be qualified. That is denounce your citizenship in other countries. If you are a Senegalese, you are a Gambian. What we are telling you, denounce your citizenship from Senegal. If you are a UK citizen and Gambian citizen, what we are telling you, denounce your citizenship in UK to be able to take part in the process. Because we do this for a reason. We don't want to go to the IEC and you are rejected because you have dual citizenship. So the criteria set, or the qualification sets, are very progressive ones, and they are very, very accommodative to involve a quiet number of people to take part in this flag bearer selection process.
Okay, honorable, thank you. Nimbo nga jibero ke fenna me alan ko saying menketa dabo interested andiko abelo lale ando ni nataka jibe atol alla candidate fula be me anko molbe jekri la ba ke me anko be kala talipti ani yanko ba ol be ni yetande ko men ko nin dabo le be nin dabo interested andi e tol mantala ka contest against dabo andong bo fo pare ni banku dingo dol fanan jibe, especially ni nada di youth category la dia mo men katara siarin je walan ko to lafta UDP mo jama be ko ba do fana be la film do fana be la fo me yetande ka walan ko ma UDP nyanda ka dinding wala tambini sante natara nu dabo ya maintain ala interest to still continue as the flag bearer for the party in 2026. It as one of the names and also someone who is very close to UDP. Albe muna je kam mo la karola mene anko wala ka fo sa dindi wala nada dindi wala nyanda kana dabo to winna no nada.
Well, political opinions can differ all the times. Okay, there are other people who are saying dindingwana, but equally there are other people men kafoko kebaina. Don't understand? So you cannot stick to only one opinion. All these opinions you have to weigh them, on the scale. Well, the party leader, as you said ko afoko abe lafilaka intent. If I am to translate that into Mandinga translation, ako abale lafo itandlale ning lafi wato sida wala mning safi wato sida so sa musa fako parti leader ko abale lafo itan la ni lafi wato sida sa mbo lafi wato content sai so that decision is party leader's decision to make whether he is going to apply or not to apply, but he earlier on said he intend to apply when the application process happen. I don't know what is passing in the mind of party leader as I'm speaking to you, what is in his mind, whether he's going to apply or he won't apply, or whether in fact he has already applied, because the application was open for like 2-3 days now. So send a mayor application should not take anybody several weeks to do. So it's even possible he has already applied, or he's still contemplating on to apply because he has earlier on expressed his intention to apply rather. But that is not a bar. Party leader's application for the position of the flag bearer is not a bar to stop anybody from doing it as well. Do you understand? Because if you look at the press release, every UDP member is eligible. It's eligible or a potential flag bearer of the party. Do you understand? So party leader will apply. If anybody is also interested to apply, as I said earlier, party leader's application is not a bar for you to apply. The door is still open for anybody to apply. So what will happen is, as I said, every UDP member is a potential flag bearer of the party. In other words, means you can lead this party. In other words, it means people can rally behind you as the flag bearer to seek for a position of the president in the 2026 presidential election. So the door is open, the competition is open, and one thing everybody should understand is the process will be fair, the process will be very transparent. Every applicant will be given an opportunity to be heard. Why do you want to be the flag bearer of the United Democratic Party? So by way of that, I'm sure the selection committee will be able to differentiate and distinguish how is A's policies and programs different from B, how is B's policies and program different from C's. Then it continues that until all the applicants are heard. Then by way of that, the selection committee will use their reasonable wisdom to be able to see which of these candidates is winnable, which of these candidates that we can be able to sell to Gambians and give us their votes so that UDP can form government in 2026. So the process will be very fair and it will be very, very transparent. So you only mention two persons. So what people have to understand, UDP has more capabilities than two persons. Okay. Do you understand? Anybody, and as I say, anybody can be a potential flag bearer of this party. So it doesn't mean that only two people will be interested, three people will be interested. Many people can be interested, for this position. So it's open, and I pray for a transparent, fair process so that, as you said, on the 10th of September, then Gambians, we are going to unveil. In other words, we are going to present our flag bearer to the people of this country, somebody who is going to stand on behalf of UDP, somebody that UDP will use their resources, their efforts, and everything behind to make sure the person wins the 2026 presidential election.
Okay, among all the opposition parties, signing at all the application on your open. Why is it that Allah Fakake so soon?
It's not so soon. I will not consider this as so soon. Remember, presidential election will be December 2026. So this is which month? August. So it's like you have only 1 year, 5 months to go. Okay. Opposition party where you don't have resources, you are resource constraints, you have to put your house in order. You have to present your candidate to the Gambian people the earlier the better. You cannot wait for a month or 2 months to do that. How about if Gambian people don't appreciate that person. It means you have to come back to the same process and give them another person. So it's not quick. We didn't act in haste. We have acted very wisely to select our presidential candidate this time of the year, especially August, September, where we have a lot of rains. These 2 months are blessings as far as our calendar year is concerned. So we only hope that the needful will be done, and we'll get our flag bearer before end of September. Then we start working in unity, and we start working in unity with one aim and ambition to sell the agenda of the party to the Gambian people.
Yes, okay. In sayonara na kita in a case, kita lawyer da wati manna ala interest tan ko da na ka fa ko men ko sare la fa ka bula dinde wala pour wole tambiñaro. Saiti as one of the leaders of the party, ebe mona fola mole men ya yonko wala le yalon ko be da la frinke balla karola bodi to mon la dinde ko si mona fono yo kaji.
I don't want to disqualify anybody from the post to say if he or she don't stand. My advice will be whether party leader stand
or not,
or didn't stand or doesn't stand, is for me is the same. It's going to be the same advice. Do you understand? My advice will only be let's just make sure UDP takes precedent. Whatever each person might be thinking at your corner. Do you understand? What is important is UDP's program and policies agenda to take precedent. Whatever decisions that yields out from this flag bearership selection. That's my advice to every Gambian. So I cannot say if so and so don't stand. That's discrimination, and I don't want to discriminate. I want everybody to take part who feel that you can be a standard bearer for the party. You stand. You stand. Then the party will subject you to our vigorous selection process. If you are able to cross that vigorous selection process, the selection committee having at the back of their mind that you can win elections, then so be it.
Okay, nimboro comment kala kilo brandi comment hanisa yabe LSTV wana jibe kam across the table with Kemo Kanyi bale damento wala honorable Yahya Sanyang yati pour ka na kacha kula membe dending banko wala nyaro tala honorable sani nimboro nga alla hamo jibe anding other political parties for alla bundal be yelin bam pour anding dole coalition ko pour ka lanyo kan pour ka je comme ka incumbent bondi kadu last time kabiri ka jamme wutu o fana ketanin kabiri ka jamme bondi rada o fana ketanin coalition la for this time fana always paring kushi fala pour ka je comme ko ale modol welcome men gara oda opposition parties ti pour ka je anni lanyo kan pour alsi bango tano nyame.
Well, I always maintain this position. The UDP as a political party, we are not bigger than any political party just by name.
Okay.
We are UDP, others are APRC, others are NPP, others are GDC, others are so the name is equal. We are all big names. Where we differ is the numbers. Political parties differ only by way of numbers. No name is bigger than the other. You are only bigger than each other by way of your followers, by way of your supporters. But the name, UDP appreciate the fact that we are of equal name with all the political parties. We are not bigger than any political party by name. We are only bigger than other political parties just by numbers, which is the fact. So bringing people together, we have to give them that confidence. We have to give them that confidence that they will not be bullied and they will not be discriminated. We are going to treat all political parties on the same footings, with the same respect and with the same consideration. Okay, so now we will definitely give every opportunity, every political party, because I think we have started talking to all political parties in this country that let us come together and remove Barrow. Let us come together, form a very strong coalition, put ourselves together, galvanize ourselves together, organize ourselves together as a common force to go against Barrow in the 2026 presidential election. We will continue to reach out to all the political parties in this country. And as I said, bringing all political parties together, we are going to restore their confidence. Okay. We will make sure that at no point in time they lose confidence on us. There is no point in time where trust issues will emerge. Because political coalition, historically, if you look at Africa, is more of trust issues. Mostly they cannot make it together because of trust issues. And some of these trust issues are embedded historically into their relationships, and that makes it very difficult for them to trust each other. And that trust issue is always there all the time. But this time around, we want to make sure that there is no such trust issue, and probably whatever bind us together we will be, because what is also there is the agreements mostly the opposition parties will make prior to forming government. People will see that as not legally binding, and if one party succeeds to power, then sometime they will not implement those agreements or those binding agreements. But this time around, we want to make sure that will not be the case. Whatever we agreed at our level, we'll make sure that it is legally binding, so that a party that succeeds to power or that ascends to power will not have any opportunity to say it is not legally binding. So we are doing all of this just to make sure that the trust and confidence based on us as the party to lead, probably. We don't know if it's or whether that will be the case, because negotiations we do, maybe another party can say they will want to lead or whatever. Those arrangements will be there. Those petty arrangements are going to be there. But UDP want to make sure that we hold the confidence and trust of all political parties, so that they will have the audacity to come and form coalition with us to defeat Barrow in 2026 presidential election.
Okay, niyajibe fanang kabring presidential elections botala. Niyajibe all the subsequent elections in the local government and also parliamentary demanding. Alla party performed the bag, unlike the presidential election result. Ali mu ke after the presidential election pour kaje ko ngale ndo pour koske fentime ngal be lala kan ko take pour ka tenteng alla costa in 2026.
Yeah, you're right. We got a serious electoral collapse in 2021 presidential election, but we were able to gain some momentum in the National Assembly election, councillorship election, and mayoral election. Our strategy to consolidate and hold on to that is something that we will never relent on. Do you understand? Because for me, the best political organization or a best political party is the political party organization that's able to manage its success. Do you understand? So this success we had in these previous elections, we will hold on to it with all our effort, and holding on to it, we will also consolidate it further. And that is by way of reaching out to people who did not vote for you in those elections, and by reaching out to political parties too. We will definitely do that, because we have learned our lessons. And we will definitely improve on those lessons. Because I always tell people, there are 3 stages in election process: during registration, during campaign, and the voting day itself. If a political party, you don't do much, During registration, your opponent registered more voters than you. He or she is likely going to win in the election. And a political party during campaign, if you are not able to reach out to your non-voters, people who are not in your party, you don't reach out to them to vote for your opponents. Do that or does that, he or she is going to that particular party is political organization is going to beat you in the election. During voting there, if you don't mobilize resources to go and fetch your people outside from their homes to go and vote for you, you are likely going to experience another electoral collapse. So this time, these three processes, registration will come, we will do our effort, campaign time will come, we do our effort, and election day we are going to do our effort. We only hope this time around Gambians will give UDP the opportunity to rule this country.
Okay, finally, Honorable Sanyang, lafalam katanyang kumfa, Sanyang kata kumfa dlaro, karti failal, ilafakamu advice the dealer, general advice to all the electorates in the Gambia. It's
always normal advice. Election among the sea control. Do you understand? Election is not ethnic census. Election, we don't want to know how many Mandinkas do we have in the country. We don't want to know how many Fulas, how many Wolof, how many Manjago, how many Akus, or how many Jolas. We don't want to know that. The Central Statistic Bureau already gave us that data. So election is go out there and vote for a competent candidate. Don't vote on tribal line. Don't vote on party line. Do you understand? You know, at one point, do we even need to have these parties? Yes, we should have them for to better organize our democratic processes. But at the end of the day, for me, I think every citizen at one point look at who you feel, which candidate among all the candidates, presidential, mayoral, National Assembly, councillorship, who you think can better serve your country. I think this is what we should. But this partisan politics, this tribal politics has destroyed the emergence of quality politicians in this country. And until we eliminate tribalism or partisan politics in our democratic discourse, we will keep voting for less competent and less qualified candidates because they are backed by a powerful party or they are backed by a majority tribe. This will continue to have this until we display ourselves out of that problem. Then we'll be able to vote in for quality candidates. So my advice is 2026 presidential election is coming. Political parties will present their candidates. Let Gambians choose based on quality, based on track record. If a politician wants to rule you, evaluate that politician. What has he done for the community before that political position? So you can now know that that person will do more when he's given the opportunity to rule you. But somebody who has not performed anything in the society and want to rule you, ask yourself, what has he done for us before this position? So I write today, politicians are just looking for job. We are just looking for employment through your votes. Do you understand? Because your votes give us that employment. So let's employ people, or we employ a political party we feel can better manage the resources of this country, can better manage the finance of this country, can better eradicate corruption in this country. Then we are going to have a very progressive country. Thank you very much.
Okay, Honorable Baraka Bake, Honorable Yahya Sanyang, member for Latrikunda Sabiji, role ya tuna kata bankola kola memedending bankola nyaruta ka fole Bake kanu Assalamu alaikum mbadi ma tuna men jibe kan LSTV1 ka fale drone program kutole men